We've got the 2026 Porsche Cayenne E-Hybrid.
And Andrea's new silver shoes. Look at those. We are in e-power. We're e-powering it.
Ooh.
Oh, you see, even if you hit it hard enough, even in e-power, the gas engine comes on.
Yeah, a little bit, little bit. But you can drive this at speeds up to 135 kilometers per hour, 84 miles per hour in pure EV mode.
All right. A lot to unbox with this unit. Let's get into what's powering this thing.
There are 3 powertrain options for the E-Hybrid. All have a 21.8 kilowatt hour battery and an 8-speed automatic transmission. The base E-Hybrid and the SE Hybrid share the same 3-liter turbocharged V6. The E-Hybrid we're driving has a combined 463 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque. The SE Hybrid, more power, 512 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque. Based on the European test cycle, it gets up to 78 kilometers, 48 miles of EV range. When we charge the vehicle, we're getting 60 kilometers, 37 miles. There are no official EPA numbers available.
Hey, we're going to do the key standard features on the Porsche Cayenne in just a moment. Just want to touch on what you just heard there. I've never driven a car that's available for sale, Andrea, that doesn't have official fuel economy numbers published on the EPA site, on Transport Canada, anywhere. Porsche Canada couldn't deliver them to us, so we're getting roughly 60 kilometers of plug-in range.
Yeah,
it's very strange.
Very strange. So we're going with the European test cycle, but we're not getting that, no. Which is typical. Usually you get about 25% less than that.
All right, there's one more, which is top of the mountain, the turbo. Powering that brute is a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 and an electric motor setup with 729 horsepower, 700 pound-feet of torque, standard all-wheel drive. If you get this E-Hybrid with the Sport Chrono package, it goes 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 4.9 seconds. That's 0 to 60 miles an hour in 4.6. Okay, you have to stick around for questions, coffee, and cars. We jump into the question, this or say a plug-in version of the X5, so that's coming up about halfway through the video. Right now, the key standard features of this E-Hybrid.
The base E-Hybrid comes with a 12.6-inch digital driver display, a 12.3-inch touchscreen, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a 15-watt wireless charger, 10-speaker audio system, surround view with active parking assist, partial leather interior, heated 8-way power front seats, driver's seat memory, comfort access, a heated steering wheel, and a power tailgate.
Full disclosure, Andrea, we have currently 2 Cayennes at home. We own 2, older ones, mind you. We've had 3 in total. We love the packaging of this product. It's the right size. It's like we drive all these different cars and we always come back to Cayenne.
Oh man, and I get back into it after all of these brand new vehicles. And we've got a 2016 Cayenne diesel that we did buy brand new. And it just feels like home. The comfort level is wonderful. I like how it handles. Very different than the new Cayennes, I might add. But it's the same with this. This is just a comfortable handling vehicle that adds the performance that people are looking for from an SUV. So a nice blend of performance, but also fuel economy.
And this model is slightly bigger than the one we have. And it's like, we just find it for a family of 4, it's the perfect vehicle. You can seat 5 people in here. We never wanted a 3-row SUV. We always wanted a 2-row. And for this mid-size luxury space, it kind of hits the sweet spot. And the other thing is, I'm going to say this right now, we've owned 3 Porsche Cayennes. Incredibly well made and incredibly reliable. So take that from us. Our own money on the line. This is the product that we have splashed out on.
And they actually hold their value too. Like they don't depreciate a lot. These are even vehicles that people want in the used market.
Okay, so now we're in e-power, so we're just going electrified here. Before we give it the beans, Andrea, what do we have to put it in?
Well, you got to put it in S for subscribe, and if you can hit that notification bell, you'll be notified when all of our reviews drop, and then you can watch them.
And we do this, the Couple Car Review, twice a week. The first one drops on Wednesday.
We put another one out on Saturday.
So make sure to like and subscribe. The other thing is, the vast majority of people that watch our videos are not subscribed, so let's tilt that the other way around. Let's tilt the throttle here, Andrea. See if we can get the gas engine to wake up again. To the floor.
First off, I have to change lanes
because
I have a very slow poke smoke in the fast lane. Here we go.
And it all lights up.
Oh, yes. Never disappoints.
Okay,
Even
let's get
an
off this.
E-Hybrid.
We're on the bumpiest section here. This does have the big 21-inch wheels.
It does, but I have to say, it does a good job with those imperfections. And when you hit a speed bump, it just glides over it.
So we're driving the full electric Cadillac this week, the Vistique, and it actually has a firmer suspension than this. Now, this has adjustable everything, so you can make it. This is the one thing I'm going to say about, I say about Porsches generally. I call them chameleon cars. Even a 911. A 911 you can take to the grocery store, you can drive it to work, then you can take it to the track and beat it on the weekend and drive it home. So that's the sports car side of it. This is the same way. If you just drive it like we are right now, it leans into the luxury side.
It does.
And then when you put it in the other settings like Sport and Sport Plus, it wakes everything up, and it's a chameleon. It goes into being the performance side of Porsche.
Well, that's the beauty of this e-hybrid. You drive it in e-power and you're in pure EV mode. You can put it in hybrid, but you can do Sport and Sport Plus, and then you hear that engine and those features that you expect from Porsche and the engaging dynamic drive. The problem I have with this model is when I'm at a stoplight or a stop sign and I really kick it, it stumbles. There's definitely some jerkiness involved, and I'm not a big fan of that. If I just accelerate slowly away, it's fine.
Okay, so what's happening is you're starting with electric, and then the car knows you want more, so it has to engage the gas engine. If you had it in sport, the gas engine would be on already, so you'd be able to do those quick launches smoothly. This is the problem I've had with this e-hybrid over the years, is that transition from electric to electric and gas together has not been seamless. This one is the best they've done. There are still times where it shows its hand, but I would say for the majority of driving situations, the transition from electric to electric and gas together is almost seamless.
Yeah, I was actually surprised about that. I was expecting it to stumble more. It doesn't. But Porsche really worked on that. Like, this new model is very different than the outgoing model. You've got a new electric motor. You have a bigger battery that's providing more range. You have more power. You have faster charging capability. So all of that has really improved the e-hybrid, making it more appealing. It also has extra features in it, like Alexa built in now. The Dolby Atmos audio system is integrated into 2 stereo systems, an available Bose sound system and a Burmester sound system. And also now you can download your own app. So they've made it better in general.
So Porsche has a layered approach to the advanced systems that you can get on the vehicle. If you want active rear steering, which this car has, and it just turns like on, it's just incredible, you have to add air suspension. Air suspension is kind of like the base, then you add on active rear steering on top of that. Air suspension is very nice. We have a Cayenne with air suspension. It's pretty neat, but boy, the price goes up.
Also, this is very good on-road, but with the enhanced chassis system, if you take it on rougher terrain, it's fully capable to deal with that.
So Andrea, shortly, we're going to be going to look at the new fully electric Cayenne in about a week or so. So watch for a video on that. It's being shown as a camo unit, so we're going to see it uncamouflaged, I believe. But I will say that Porsche doesn't screw up their cars, because if you look at the first Cayenne to this one, you still see a family resemblance.
For sure. I love it. I think that it looks great. They've nailed the exterior design. Nothing wrong with this SUV. The e-hybrid has 8.2 inches of ground clearance and comes standard with matrix design, LED headlamps, silver window trim, brushed stainless steel tailpipes, e-hybrid badging, 20-inch wheels, available 21-inch and 22-inch wheels, and a tire repair kit. Available features include sport tailpipes in high gloss silver, dark bronze or silver, and different colored brake calipers. There are different exterior packages to choose from to make this Cayenne your own.
So Porsche knows how to make a great handling vehicle. Check. I think it looks good. check. Interior, we're not totally sold on it. They are leaning into the shiny hard plastic, and the placement of certain things in here is a bit weird.
Yeah, for a luxury brand, you've got to tone down the hard plastic and the piano black. They could have done more with the interior to make it feel more luxurious. What it does well is that the screens are well integrated. Infotainment system is fast. I mean, this is quick. The graphics are very good. So I like that. There's also an available 10.9-inch passenger screen. But if you don't get it, I'm kind of using it as a mirror, Zach.
Yeah, it's just this big panel of shiny hard plastic. And the shifter's up here by the radio. And there's a massive hole here in the center console. It's like they thought they were going to put it there, and then at the last minute they stuck it up where the full electric cars have it. That's where it should be. It should be down here. It's not intuitive or comfortable. And then the other thing is, if you know your Porsche lore, the key is on the left-hand side. Now they don't have the little key knob. They have a push button like everybody else. This isn't an everybody else product. This is a special product. So keep it special.
And also, you know, this is a driver-focused SUV. So the cockpit should actually display that. You've got your drive modes that you can go into the screen, but you also have them on the steering wheel. But then you've got this toggle shifter that's in an odd place, and I just feel like everything needs to be at your fingertips. So I'd like to see that change. When it comes to storage, this actually isn't huge for an SUV. It doesn't have a lot of depth, but you'll find that the door pockets are super wide.
I just want to say one thing.
Yeah.
Filming this yesterday, it was a brighter day than today. I from this angle, I couldn't get this without a reflection. I had to go in the back seat or go way overhead with the camera like this. That has got it. They've got to get rid of that. They do it in the 911 too. You get in a 911, you're like, this is a $200,000 car with cheap piano black. It's got to go.
What it does do well is comfort level. The seats are very comfortable, and you can get a variety, 8-way, 14-way, 18-way. It's your choice. You get more, you pay more. But they've got a lot of different color options, seat belts, and I think that is one thing that Porsche does really well as other luxury brands. You can really make the interior your own to spice it up. I do like this gray.
Yeah, I like it's called a deviated color, which looks really nice. So stereo systems, the base one is 10 speaker. Our Cayenne with the upgraded Bose sound system is terrible. It's not a good stereo.
Yeah.
This Bose system, what do you think of it?
I like it. It's a 14 speaker Bose sound system, and I think the Dolby Atmos integration makes a big difference. You can also get the available 21 speaker Burmester sound system, but if you don't have the extra, you know, that you want to spend, let's say, I think you'll be happy with the Bose sound system.
So you got to stick around for our vital stats to get the price of this test model and how much extras are added onto it. It's mind-boggling. So the big difference between the one we have and this latest model is that they made it longer, and you get that in the back seat. You can see when I get in, there's actually quite a bit of leg room and headroom. Porsche doesn't provide measurements for the seating, but what are the overall measurements?
The Cayenne is 194.1 inches in length, 86.4 inches in width, 66.8 inches in height, and the wheelbase is 114 inches.
Lifting the power liftgate, and you can see when you lift it up, there's a bag there. That's where the cable is if you want to plug this in on the road. Takes quite a bit of space. Under the floor, that's where they have the tire repair kit.
Space behind the second row is 22.1 cubic feet, and overall cargo space 55.2 cubic feet.
This or the X5 plug-in? Good question.
Time now for questions, coffee, and cars.
Your questions from Instagram.
Porsche will always have my heart. Is there any benefit to moving up to the hybrid powertrain over the standard 2.9-liter V6?
Well, the thing about Porsche is when they add hybridization, they add performance as well. So it's a performance brand, so you can get it all the way up to the turbo if you want, and it adds more jump. It's a lot more money to buy this over a regular base model.
It really is. I would say that this model, the E-Hybrid, is more comparable to the Cayenne S, because when you look at power, they're very similarly priced, and it will cost you $3,000 more to get the Cayenne S with the V8. So that's the one that I would direct more to, and that really makes me think about, would I get this or would I just get the Cayenne S? I can tell you, and Zach and I talked about this, that the Cayenne S V8 will probably hold its value better.
Yeah, in the years to come, a V8 Cayenne S is going to be worth good money. This is, historically they haven't held their value as well.
Yeah.
So there you go.
This or X5 plug-in hybrid? Good question, isn't it?
Yeah, that is a really nice car. They did, you know what, we've talked about this before, and I know Porsche's going to watch this, but you're going to have to hear this, Porsche. If you're talking about base model cars, whether it's a GLE, an X5, or a Cayenne, X5 wins.
Yeah.
It just, in my opinion, is the best all-rounder for the price. And you have to factor price into this, and the price of the X5 plug-in is how much?
It's $99,000 in Canada, so there is a difference. Now, that's a starting price.
Okay, what's the price of this? We haven't said the price of this.
This one starts at $111,000. Similar range, similar power between the two, but there's lots of extras that you need to add to this, and there are extras as well that you have to add to the X5.
Okay, there's a more prestigious badge on this car. Arguably, a Porsche is a peak of the mountain. So the real value leader in all of this, if you're looking GLE from Mercedes-Benz X5 or this, is the GLE. How much does that one start at?
Yeah, it starts at 90,000 Canadian.
And similar kind of range to this. But a Mercedes-Benz also a nice badge.
No.
They're all nice.
They're all nice. And the Range Rover Sport, for example, plug-in hybrid, has the most range, but boy, that one really gets up there in price. So it really comes down to what you like. Also, interior design and exterior design plays a factor, but there's nothing wrong with the X5 plug-in hybrid. It's also a special vehicle.
Hey, if you want to get a question in for a future episode, don't be shy. Follow along on Instagram. It's Motormouth_Andrea. You also see what's going on behind the scenes. Mine is Motormouth_Auto, and the links are below the like button.
I think if you get any VW SUV with the top trim, you get way better interior and technology.
So wait a second. A Volkswagen interior is better than a Porsche interior.
Yeah.
Both of them have they lean into the shiny hard plastic.
Yeah.
But the materials we've owned 3 Cayennes. They hold up. Like they really do. This will look the same as this years down the road.
Yeah. Now, the new Tiguan sure looks great, doesn't it? I think we can all agree on that. As for technology in this Porsche, it's great. I have no problem with the technology that is being offered. Great screens, well integrated, fast, crisp graphics. But there's a lot of shiny, hard plastic, which I'm not crazy about.
If you think you're going to get an Atlas R, and you think you've worked the system and you've got a better car than a Porsche, I want to drink what you're drinking.
It's just not true.
I want to smoke what you're smoking.
Yeah,
I want to take what you're taking. And now it's time for our hot topic. What's this one, Andrea?
Time to upgrade from the TDI.
From my cold, dead hands, will you get our diesel Cayenne? That one's going in the box in the grade with me, Andrea.
We love it. It's been good to us. We had it since brand new, as I mentioned earlier. But it's really a wonderful blend of performance and fuel efficiency. We're getting great fuel economy numbers. One thing about a diesel, you gotta drive it. It likes its highway runs.
And it has so much torque. It's got over 400 pound-feet of torque.
Yeah.
They don't make it anymore. The prices of these in the used market, ours, for example, we have so many cars to drive. It doesn't get driven a lot. It's only got about 25,000 miles on it, 41,000 K. These things in the used market with low miles like ours are fetching a bomb.
Yeah.
So it hasn't even really depreciated that much. But we're not selling it. We're keeping it because you just can't get one anymore.
Yeah, it's a pretty special vehicle to own.
So we're going to get into the price and a whole bunch more on this one in our vital stats.
Let's start with pricing. We'll do Canada first and then move on to the US. The base model starts at $111,000 and the Turbo E-Hybrid is just under $181,000. Prices tested is on the screen. In the US, the base model starts at just over $101,000 and the top trim is $162,500.
As we mentioned already, there are no official EPA fuel economy numbers for this. We're using the European test cycle. The base E-Hybrid system is 4.5 liters equivalent per 100 kilometers or 52 miles per gallon equivalent. When the battery is depleted, it's 10.6 liters per 100 kilometers in the city, 9.9 on the highway. That's 22 miles per gallon city, 24 on the highway. This e-hybrid is not compatible with DC fast charging. It does, however, have an 11 kilowatt onboard charger and can go from 0 to 100 in 2.7 hours. Towing capacity is 7,700 pounds. The Turbo can tow 6,600 pounds. The warranty is 4 years, 80,000 kilometers, or 50,000 miles. Lightning round, two things we like to see improved.
Hard to beat Porsche dynamics when it comes to performance in an SUV.
That active rear steering is fantastic.
You know what? Just tone down the shiny hard plastic in here.
Move the shifter there, tone down the shiny hard plastic. It's not that hard, Porsche. I know you can do it. So there it is. It's the e-hybrid from Porsche. What do you guys think of that?
Thanks for watching, and if you like what you see, hey, make sure you subscribe. We'll see you next time.